How many Kiwi, how many Australian dollars you can buy with €1? Done. Okay. Or JPY. €1 is going to buy you 159.10 yen. There is no longer a subunit of yen. In the old days there was, because 1 yen doesn't buy you anything. And the smallest coin, I think, I was there in 2006. I think it was 10 yen, or no, it was 5 yen. It actually had a little hole in that coin. And their biggest coin is 500 yen. It's about yay big. That's all you need to worry about. It doesn't matter in what order they are. Now this is civilized, okay? Then we could do kind of formatting. These are my inputs. Let me copy, go back to the sheet, formats. I want them, what? Oh, why aren't they green? Okay, let's make them green. Apparently we don't have SAR either. So, ZAR. At least, that website doesn't have. And these are formulas. So whenever they are formulas, my convention is to make the background a bit reddish. You kind of have a red light. You could use your own colors. And I like having these things centered, bold. I'm going to make these even a little bit bigger. It's red. It's my spreadsheet. I can do whatever the hell I want. If you want a smaller font, change it yourself. That's typically my answer to a lot of questions. Why did you do it that way? That's the way I like it. And we have a cross rate calculator. By the way, calculating cross rate is typically one of the nightmare questions to Finance 330 students. It is not complicated, but for some reason, it's like converting a percentage into a decimal. Students cannot wrap their minds around it. Why do we have to? We solve a problem once, okay? That's kind of the general rule in computer coding. You solve any given problem once, or you calculate anything only once, to the extent possible. I'm from a generation where the first personal computer I used, I owned. I'm sorry, the one I used was even worse. I had a Macintosh Plus. It had 1 megabyte of memory, and it had a hard disk of 2 megabytes. So things are important. You didn't calculate and store stuff unnecessarily. The first computer I ever used was an Olivetti IBM PC, not IBM PC, but IBM PC like thing. It had a memory of 256K. It did not have any hard disk. You store stuff on floppy disks 525 that contain only 640 kilobytes of storage. And we were able to run non-linear regression on those things. You guys are actually spoiled. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, decrease it. Okay. And if I want, I can make that a bit different color. Or change the font. Purple. As I said before, it's one sheet. Now you understand power of Excel for you guys. Again, if I did this back in 1985, if I taught this in the international finance class this way, I probably would have been excommunicated from the profession of teaching. You're making it too easy for students. Yes, but who cares? I don't want a difference between A and B to be their ability to convert one currency to the other under 4 different coding conventions. If they can set it up this way and calculate it, done. It doesn't tell me anything about how they understand international finance. It's just a calculator. That's all you need. Same thing with that seeker thing. You haven't seen that, Nico, but we'll use that seeker quite a bit. For example, when we're doing futures on exchange rates, when we're doing swaps and that sort of stuff, all we have to do is enter the inputs. It's going to automatically calculate what the future should be, what the swap rate should be, so on and so forth. Let me teach you 1 or 2 more things. Oh, you guys are probably thinking, how do you make those things, those icons that actually mean something? Let me show you here. Let's see. Let's do another blank sheet. And how to actually make them change on double click. Let's start with an arbitrary cell. In fact, I'm going to do a few of them. Let's just choose these, and any selection you can name. I'm going to name this icons lights. You can use any name you like, as long as it's not a name that is property of Excel. I cannot call that E25 because column 5, row 25 is named by Excel as E25. I can give that another name, but I cannot use E25 as a name for something else. Okay, and let's do the first one. Yeah. I'm going to arbitrarily enter a number here too. Under Home tab, right around here, there's something called conditional formatting. Click on that, go to icon sets. There are many things you can do, but I'm going to do traffic lights. Arbitrarily, it did some setup. Don't worry about that. And I'm going to increase the size a little bit. While you're there, go back to conditional formatting and hit manage rules. This is the rule that I'm gonna edit. First, I wanted to show icon only, right? And I wanted to depend upon the numbers. If it's greater than 0, I want it to be green light. If it's not, uh, otherwise, if it's greater or equal to 0, make it yellow light. Otherwise, red light. You can also reverse the order. So if it's big, you can make it red, small, green, and vice versa. That's entirely up to you. Okay? But I associate green with a positive thing. If you live in a bizarre world, you can do it the other way around. This is too old for you guys. In fact, this show maybe even, not maybe, is older than most of you guys. There's an old show from late 90s called Sliders. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. There's this young physics PhD student. He actually comes up with an instrument that takes you to alternate universes. Every episode is in an alternate universe. In one episode, they were in a universe where red light meant go, green light meant stop. Of course, they had issues.